No water, a mutiny. And then, the second the crisis is solved, an army attacks. This is Exodus 17, 2 battles in one day. One fought in the valley with swords, one fought on a hilltop with an old man's arms. And the outcome of one depends entirely on the other. Let's get into it.
Rephidim, a campsite in the middle of nowhere, and not a single drop of water. Out here, thirst isn't a complaint, it's a countdown. Hundreds of thousands of people and animals baking in the desert heat with nothing to drink. The situation crosses from uncomfortable to life-threatening faster than anyone expected, and the pressure lands squarely on one man. And that pressure very quickly becomes something uglier.
This isn't a polite request, it's a full-blown mutiny. The desperation has boiled over into raw, violent anger, and Moses knows it. He cries out to God with genuine fear in his voice. They're ready to stone me. The man who led them through the Red Sea is now afraid of the people he's leading. Crisis has a way of making people forget everything that came before it. God's solution isn't a hidden spring. It's something far more public.
God tells Moses to walk out, in front of everyone, with the elders, carrying the same staff that brought the plagues of Egypt. Then strike a rock with it. It's a highly visible, deeply symbolic act, with zero guarantee written on the front end. Moses does it anyway. And water floods out, enough for the entire community. Crisis averted. But the location gets a name that makes sure no one forgets how close it came to going very differently. And before the relief even settles, the next threat arrives.
Moses names the place 2 things at once: Massa, the test, and Meribah, the quarreling. Not a monument to the miracle, a monument to what the people almost did right before the miracle. It's an honest, unflinching naming. This is where you tested God's patience. This is where you nearly stoned your leader. Remember it, not just the water, but the moment before the water. And before the memory can settle, an army shows up.
Right there. Same location, same exhausted people who just survived a water crisis, ambushed by the Amalekites without warning or provocation. No buildup, no negotiation. A flat-out declaration of war. You'd think a miracle would earn them at least a moment of peace. It doesn't. The wilderness doesn't pause for recovery. The next battle doesn't wait for the last one to finish. So they fight on 2 fronts simultaneously.
Joshua takes the valley, boots on the ground, conventional warfare. Moses takes the hilltop with Aaron and Hur, something entirely different. He raises the staff, and Joshua's forces push forward. His arms drop, and the Amalekites gain ground. It happens repeatedly, visibly, undeniably. The outcome of the physical battle is directly tied to what is happening in the spiritual one. 2 fronts, one victory or one defeat. But Moses has a problem that no amount of faith can fix.
Moses is not a statue. He's an exhausted old man, and his arms are failing, which means the entire battle is failing with them. Aaron and Hur don't stand there watching. They find a stone, sit him down, and physically hold his arms up, one on each side, until the sun goes down. The victory in the valley isn't just Joshua's. It belongs equally to 2 men on a hilltop who refuse to let their leader fight alone. And the victory leads somewhere no one expected.
God gives 3 instructions. Write this down, read it to Joshua, and know that this war with Amalek is not over. Moses builds an altar. Yahweh Nissi, the Lord is my banner. God is the rallying point, the flag they fight under. But the declaration that follows is sobering. This conflict will continue from generation to generation. Winning the battle didn't end the war. It started one that outlasted everyone in that valley. What does it mean when solving one crisis creates a much longer, deeper one? That question echoes well beyond the desert.
We've walked through a mutiny, a miracle, an ambush, and a battle fought on 2 fronts at once. From an old man's failing arms to a generational war that starts the moment the victory is won. Before you go, 2 questions to sit with. First, Aaron and Hur held Moses' arms up when he couldn't anymore. Who are you holding up right now, and who is holding yours? Second, winning the battle started a permanent war. Is there a victory in your life that quietly opened the door to a deeper, longer struggle? And what does it look like to keep fighting it under the right banner? 2 questions. Breathe. And let them sink in.